and welcome back to our special coverage here on Al Arabiya English at the World Defence Show in Riyadh. Well, one of the major exhibitors here, one of the ones that is attracting a lot of attention, of course, is Airbus. European leaders in defence, security, also a leading space business. We are very fortunate to be able to welcome the President of Middle East and Africa for Airbus, Gabriel Semelas, to Al Arabiya English. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thank you very much.
Before we get into specifics of Airbus, I just want to talk about the World Defence Show briefly first. Talk me through your impressions this year and how you think the World Defence Show differs and compares to other exhibits like it around the world.
Absolutely. So, this year's show, you just need to turn your back around and see the number of visitors that we have. Extremely busy. We have devoted a lot of presence this year in the show. It's one of the most important defense shows around the world, and this year we've made it bigger. We've actually got two A400Ms on the static display and a 175M, a helicopter as well on the static display, and of course all the assets that we have with the Air Force like the C295s, the MRTTs, and also the Eurofighter Typhoon, to which we are a partner to as well. So very important, key for us, specifically here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Airbus has had a very long and proud partnership with the Kingdom over the years. I know that there's a lot of business done on the sidelines of these sorts of events. That's where all the interesting discussions are done. I know that some memorandums of understanding have been signed, I believe. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, indeed, absolutely. Trade shows are very important for us, not just because of the deals, but also connecting with stakeholders locally, but also globally. And this year we've attracted loads of customers, not just from the region, but also outside the region. You probably saw yesterday we signed a memorandum of cooperation with the Ministry of Industry and with GAMI, and it's basically to develop the military version of the 175M helicopter, and it includes all the elements that we're partnering with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in terms of the Vision 2030, engineering development, the establishment of a final assembly line, a full final assembly line here locally, working with the local supply chain to englobe into the global supply chain of Airbus. And also what's important is that we will do MRO of these platforms, and we will manufacture this aircraft here, not just for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but also for export. So the Memorandum of Cooperation is very important to start exploring this opportunity, this initiative, here, locally, but also globally for export.
Is it the first time you've signed a Memorandum of Cooperation like that in the Gulf region?
No, we've signed a few of them specifically for this platform. It's the first one indeed, so it's a unique opportunity for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to be present in the helicopters, and a made in KSA helicopter as such.
So a made in KSA helicopter, give us a bit of a time frame. When do you think we'll be able to be witnessing the first one here at the next World Defence Show?
I don't want to comment on the specifics of the agreement, but obviously it goes back to the presence that we found in the Kingdom. We're not just delivering products, we're partnering with all the customers and all the stakeholders locally. We've been here for more than 40 years now. Started through the civil aircraft with Saudiya, who's still one of our key customers in the region. And then through that, we've been delivering military platforms. Also, as I said before, the C295s, the MRTTs. This is actually one of the biggest operators, or will be one of the biggest operators of MRTTs outside of Europe, with a total of 10 aircraft. Also supporting Typhoon. And needless to say, on the commercial aircraft, we have more than 200 aircraft operating in the Kingdom since the inception with Saudiya. And we have overall more than 580 aircraft ordered just for the Kingdom, with Saudiya, with Flynas, Flyadeal, and also now with Riyadh Air, the new operator of the Kingdom.
I guess it would be remiss of me then, as you mentioned Saudiya, to see if there's anything you can comment on with regards to media reports that a new, very significant order is set to be signed with Saudiya?
Obviously, I cannot comment whether or not we're having discussions on this particular matter, but we have discussions with all the customers constantly, and trade shows are a great opportunity to do this, of course.
Mm-hmm. Specifics then of that particular matter aside, I know back in May that you did sign a significant deal with the Kingdom. It was the largest ever of aircraft deal for Airbus in the Kingdom. How important is Airbus's operations here to the company globally? How much of a focus is this region?
So I think it's a win-win for both the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and for Airbus, because at the end we're contributing to one of the key strategic pillars of Vision 2030, but also for Airbus, which is enabling prosperity. We're connecting customers, we're connecting passengers, traffic, logistics, and also bringing the cargo that goes in the bellies of our aircraft. So for us, partnering and supporting that pillar is extremely important. Of course, the backlog that we have here in the Kingdom is very important for Airbus. You know, we have key customers like Saudiya that we mentioned, with Riyadh Air and Flynas operating here. They've been a customer with us for many years, and we want to build that partnership and keep developing.
There's also a large amount of cooperation, collaboration with education and human resources, I suppose, in the Kingdom. I know that Airbus collaborates with universities in Saudi and in the United Arab Emirates. Can you talk about the importance of that kind of investment?
Yeah. So human capital is the other pillar of our strategy in the Kingdom, because obviously there's a young workforce that is capable of supporting the whole ecosystem in aerospace and defense. I mean, just to give you an example, last couple of weeks ago, our chief HR officer was here in Riyadh at the Global Labor Market Conference, precisely talking about this, how important this human capital development is for us, and it's also for the Kingdom, because at the end we need to partner with the new generations and partner with educational institutions to develop this knowledge and this know-how. We also have a good example, which is the setup that we have with SAMI. We have a joint venture, which is the SAM's joint venture, who's doing all the MRO of the military platforms, MRTTs and C295s, and we're capitalizing and passing this knowledge and this know-how to this team of people, which, by the way, 60% of them are Saudi locals. So it's that knowledge transfer and creation and nurturing the young generations to be part of our supply chain and our ecosystem.
You have been present as a company for decades, yourself as president of this region for a few years now. What excites you most about doing business in this part of the world?
It's extremely dynamic. It's extremely dynamic. You can really see the growth, you can really see the buzz, how things are changing, they're moving fast. And what's also impressive is the clear strategy that the country have for the vision of the future. And it's actually happening, because if you follow the KPIs that the PIF is doing through the Vision 2030, you see things are materializing, and we're here to support that growth, as I said, through enabling the prosperity, defending the national sovereignty as well of the capabilities, and also nurturing the human capital, which is very important for us in Airbus.
It's, like you say, a very dynamic, a very interesting part of the world, and looking around at this defence show, there is much to be seen. We appreciate your time, Gabriel Semelas, here at the World Defence Show. Thanks for being on Al Arabiya English.
A pleasure. Thank you.